They said that he's a regional kingpin. They said that his influence could not go past the Chania Bridge.
His mind is fixed in Mount Kenya. It is Mount Kenya, Mount Kenya.
They even said that he could not set foot in places like Rift Valley, which is supposed to be Ruto's bedroom.
You see, for years, the Rift Valley region has been affectionately and possessively termed Ruto's bedroom. It is a political ensuite where his name is sung, praised, and occasionally canonized.
But something unthinkable is actually happening in Emurua Dikirr. The ground isn't just shifting, it's actually erupting.
William Ruto. William Ruto.
Gachagua did not just manage to enter the rift, he has actually taken over the bedroom of the president. You see, while the president's men are actually offering money and using tears to beg for votes, Gachagua is using a masterclass in mobilization. Analysts now are very clear that the truthful man is actually set to shame the president in his own backyard. Let's talk about it. If you love this kind of content, go ahead and like this video and subscribe. Now let's get to the video.
Now campaign activities in Emurua Dikirr constituency have intensified with only 5 days left before residents elect a new member of parliament. Residents, especially women, have been turning out in large numbers.
In politics, money is supposed to be king. UDA's candidate, that is David Keter, or famous as Dollar Line, has the machinery, he has the resources, he has the state. But let us look at the DCP candidate, Vincent Kibet Rotich.
I wish the DCP candidate of Emurua Dikirr all the best. Manze, this photo here inspired me so much because women showed up to your rally with carrier bags are green.
He stood before the women of Emurua Dikirr and told them the truth. He said
that he had no money to bribe them, okay, and not enough party merchandise to give them handouts.
They did not walk away. They did not ask for handouts. They took green carrier bags, which is the same color as the DCP, and they wore them on their heads like crowns.
They turned up in huge numbers. Did you see that? Look at it. Look at this. Women proudly wearing green carrier bags on their heads. This image alone sends a louder message, than billions spent on, state machinery and propaganda.
They turned poverty into a badge of defiance.
To show that government is not going to sway their vote and that they are standing tall and choosing the candidate that aligns with them and aligns with who the late was as a politician, not a husband.
When you see people who do not want your money, but instead they want your leadership, then that is the moment that a dynasty actually falls.
Pale Emurua Dikirr, it has become so tough for UDA party. It has become so difficult for UDA party to maneuver huko Emurua Dikirr. Because watu huko wanasema hapana, sisi huku ni watu wa DCP.
Now, what is the flip side? Ruto's side is actually desperate. They are terrified of a Gachagua win.
Say this is very pitiful for UDA, which is government, to reduce themselves to pushing a widow who's barely even finished mourning her husband to go and campaign for their preferred candidate.
Now they're using the late MP's widow for emotional blackmail.
Nimewaita hapa leo kwa sababu naona ni kama tumepotea njia kidogo. Tumesambaratika kidogo.
She's actually begging the women of Emurua Dikirr to not vote for DCP.
Mimi sina shida na ile chama ingine. Hata sina shida na Vincent. Niko na shida na kiongozi wa hiyo chama na nataka niwaambieni kwa nini.
She's calling Gachagua heartless.
Ule mzee alisimama juu ya gari akasema ya kwamba kiongozi wetu mheshimiwa amekufa. Kiongozi anatangazwa hata familia yake haijui. Nilikuwa nyumbani na watoto, nikaona Facebook, nikatoa watoto nje kwanza. Hata singelia, singepiga nduru, nilinyamaza. Ule mzee alitukosea heshima. Hana roho. Hakufikiria watoto wadoana. Na yeye ni mzazi. Tofauti tu watoto wangu ni wadogo. Wale ni wakubwa.
But the people of Emurua Dikirr, they can see through the theater.
Kwa hivyo niwaulize wa mama. Leo hii mnataka kwenda kwa ile chama. Mnaenda kufanya nini huko? Alitukosea yote. Unaenda kufanya nini huko? Unanikosea na unanivunja roho.
Johanna Ng'eno's wife amesema siti ya bwana yake hakuna mtu atacheza nayo. Yeye aliamua ku step down because ayuko place poa mentally kuvai for parliamentary seat. But anasema mtu anaenda ku inherit that seat haizi toka kwa party nyingine kama si UDA.
UDA botched the nominations.
Wakaenda nomination na what do we call this boy? Bernard Ngeno, Blue, mwenye alikuwa PA. The 27 years old young vibrant character. Na mwingine anajiita Dola, sijui amevai mara 4 akiangukaga. UDA ikaenda through the cartels, kina Aaron Cheriot na nini, wakarigia Dola kwa sababu they don't want this PA wa Ngeno kwa sababu yeye na Kipsigis anasikika.
The popular guy Bernard Blue was actually sidelined.
They don't want competition from the young person who seems kuwa na backing ya Kipsigis. Wakaibia yeye, kijana akaibiwa na kura 300, sijui 100 ngapi.
Gachagua didn't actually create this anger. He just gave it a home. He turned a local by-election into a national referendum on William Samoei Ruto. You see, this was supposed to be a safe zone for the president. These are his brothers. These are his people. But Gachagua brought in heavy hitters like Alfred Keter.
Mheshimiwa Gachagua, wacha nikuambie siri moja. Uchunge kura zetu huko. Hawa ni wezi. Ni wezi.
He has framed this as a Kipsigis stand against imposed leadership.
Kwa Kipsigis, hatujaona mtu yuko uongo kama hii mtu. Ile mtu amekaribia kwetu ni ingine anaitwa Mwangi Kujuri.
He has successfully brought the one-term movement in Kalenjin land. There's a ton of videos showing the people singing to the one-term movement songs.
I have been following up what is happening in Emurua Dikirr, and I am worried that the government is sensing defeat.
Huge turnouts are happening for Rotich without even a single shilling.
It is high Kericho tea amekuwa ya binafsi. Hiyo tutachoma hiyo chai. Na tutaenda na mtu mpaka waje viatu. So Ruto one term. Ruto one, Kasongo one. Na Kamila nimetangaza kwamba shamba ya baba yetu na mama yetu Kipsigis waachia sisi.
One thing I want you to note is that if Gachagua takes this seat on May 14th, then the myth of DCP being a Mount Kenya party will have gone forever. The sad thing is, Gachagua has already won the perception war. He has proven that he can penetrate the Nilotic belt. He has proven that DCP is no longer just a Mount Kenya party. It is a national movement.
And I want to tell you, there is a way you can take up a position, but you still sense defeat based on the number of people that have voted against you. Politics has a lot to do with perception, and that is why the government is putting a fight.
Kwa hivyo ninawaomba leo mama tushikane. Ni uchungu lakini najua mtanishikilia.
They have given her an appointment in government, and one of the lowest moments I have seen her do is actually issue TSC letters. Issuing TSC letters as if that is something that is accepted, should be a norm in this country, and we should accept that the appointment of teachers is going to be reduced to political alignment in this country. Very, very sad. I wish the DCP candidate of Emurua Dikirr all the best. Manze.
Tarehe 14 wiki hii, sisi kama chama cha DCP tunaenda huko Emurua Dikirr kuchukua kiti cha ubunge.
He is using the same formula that Ruto used against Uhuru Kenyatta. Identify internal fracture, back the popular underdog, frame the president as out of touch. It worked perfectly for Ruto in 2022. And now, Gachagua is actually using it to buy the UDA in 2026.
In which hands are we safe? Kama sio DCP. Nataka usikize ground vizuri, hata kama wewe utaki chama cha DCP, nataka rais asikize ground vizuri. Kwa nini tumetoka UDA tuko kwa DCP? Ni kwa sababu ya uongozi mbaya ya mtu anaitwa Samuel Tunai.
Emurua Dikirr is the first crack on the wall. A man who was actually impeached just took over a constituency in Narok. What will he do in 2027? William Ruto thought that he was playing a game of numbers, but Rigathi Gachagua is actually playing a game of souls. The shaming has already happened. The final vote will be just paperwork.
Mbona watu sasa hivi wanaanza kusema ati Rigiji asikanyake Dikirr? Wao ni nani? Mimi nauliza wanakanyaka huko kama nani? Kama hataki Rigiji akuje hata hao wasikuje.
Subscribe.